So I'm sitting here and I'm realizing that the impact you have on people determines who that other person is going to be. And it's like, well, whenever you think about how other people are, you think about, hey, I can't really affect them to be who they want to be, or I can't really change who they are. And when you think about it, there's been an impact on your life that's made who you are right now, right? Whether it's your parents, if it's your friends, if it's an ex, if it's your current relationship, if it's your coworkers, your boss, there's been some type of impact that someone did or said that made who you are. And when you realize your impact that you have on other people, it kind of changes your perspective to be like, man, I wonder if I'm making the right impact on people. And so in this video, we're going to be talking about how big of an impact you can actually make on somebody. And I need you guys to realize that, like, as you're kind of like going through daily conversations and daily interactions, you're impacting people, rather that's making them happy, rather that's making them cry, that's making them smile finally, that's making them have a heartfelt conversation. No matter what that is, that impact and your presence can be a game changer in someone else's life. So let's go ahead and get into it. Now, first thing is, the more that you kind of sit there and realize, like, this person, sometimes people need you more than you need you, right? You have those people where you're like, man, like, I really appreciate having this person in my life. I really just need their presence right now. I need that person that can just listen to me right now. I need the person that can make me laugh right now. That is an impact that people have on you, or that person has on you, for you to actually want to be around them. So think about for yourself, what energy do you carry whenever you're walking into different rooms or different situations? If you're an entrepreneur, someone's like, okay, well, I'm looking for business ideas. I'm looking for someone that can be innovative. I'm looking for someone that can be quick on their feet. If you're in a relationship, you're like, well, I need someone that's going to cater to my feelings. I need someone that's going to be able to cater to, my thoughts and the way that I operate about blank and blank. People have different ways of impacting, but you got to figure out what way you will impact for them as well. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, don't be selfish about it. This is a very actually selfless video, because you're understanding how much you impact people in your room. But if you were just to sit there and analyze, man, I remember when my dad said this, or even when my mom acted like this when I was younger, it built the mentality that I have for myself and how I cater. You would actually understand why impacting has a bigger hold on you. So, first thing. Second thing is that when you're in a room and you're understanding the vibe of the room and how you're going to mold into the room, sometimes you're going to stick out, right? Other times you might just blend right in, but there's times you walk in a room and if you stand out, you're wearing something flashy, you look nice, you look presentable, you smell good, people will notice you. People will be like, wow, well, whoever he is, he must be blank. He must have a lot of money. He must be well dressed. He must have this nice cologne on because he smells so good. Like, people recognize you based off how you walk into the room. So the impact that you leave on people, even without saying a word to them, can have a large impact of how people view you. And if you want people to actually view you in the right, in the right light, then you got to make sure you're carrying yourself in a certain demeanor to make sure that you're actually putting that that best foot forward. And not only that, but you'll feel better walking into any room, just making sure that you're already a 10. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to worry about getting no compliments. You don't got to worry about trying to make sure that you're enough for somebody else. You already know what you're worth. You already know exactly what you're walking into the room with, and you can stand confident on it. So that's the second thing. Third thing I would say is showing up. Showing up for people when they need you the most has to be one of the best feelings. To know that someone can actually count on you and to actually be there for you when you need them is one of the best feelings, because you're like, man, I'm really in this moment where I need blank, and they're able to show up whenever you need them. And whenever if you think about your life, are you that type of person that can be like that for somebody else? Your best friend, all of a sudden they need a shoulder to cry on. Can you pull up and be there? Or are you going to be, it's too late, I'm too busy, I can't do this because I have this call, I have this meeting, I can't do this and that. People love when you can show up for them, because they know that you're dependable. They know that you can show up and you can be there no matter what. Now, of course, within reason, because things happen. Life happens, and it's like, okay, I wish I could be there. I would be there, but I'm not right now because I got blank and blank happening. but holding yourself accountable to be like, man, someone needs me right now. Because if they don't, who knows what could happen in this moment? You know, you can receive bad news and you were the last person they try to reach out to. And now you're like, man, I can't believe I was too busy, or I couldn't take out the time for 5 minutes just to reach out and to, you know, talk to this person. You know, those 5 minutes could be a game changer for some people. So be dependable and be a person that can actually show up when needed, because that impact that you're going to have on them is going to be next level. I'm telling you, especially if you're putting how they feel over how you feel. People will actually have a greater impact than you just kind of pushing them off to the side, not really dealing with their thoughts or what they feel, and you're just self-centered. That's how people will see it, and then they won't want to tell you anything. They won't want to reach out, you know, because you're not dependable. So become dependable. To wrap it up, fourth thing I would say about impact is that sometimes you're going to be the glue. Sometimes you're going to be the glue in the relationship. You're going to be the glue in the friendship, the glue in the family. People are going to naturally gravitate to you because you have that big of an impact, right? People naturally want to see you as the successful person. People naturally want to see you as the supporter. People naturally want to see you as a big fan that shows up to all their games. People naturally want to see that because you impact the room that you walk into. You show up and they're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you came. Thank you so much for being able to make the time out. It means so much to me, right? Oh, I know you're busy, you have this and this going on, but the fact that you were able to even be here and show me how much I matter to you has an impact on their life. And it's like, if you just kind of take a step back and think about, what is it that I do that has these effects on people to where I'm making the right impact? You will realize you're either making a huge impact or you're making a very minimal impact. I almost want to say that there's no in between, because it's not like, okay, like you make an impact here and then you kind of make an impact there, and then like you're just not there to show up at all. Like I believe that if you're making an impact, or let me say it like this, either way you're making an impact, whether it's for the good or bad. If you don't show up, that's an impact. But if you show up and you do great, that's an impact as well. So it's like, how often are you actually showing up to make a positive impact knowingly? For all the other points that I made, when you're sitting there and you're evaluating yourself, or if you even have that person in your life, that's like, am I being impacted from this person to actually tell me about myself, or to be able to be there for me, or to be accountable, or be dependable, or be exactly what I need them to, that I can lean on their shoulder? Do you have that person that's going to impact you in the positive, correct way? Or is everyone around you kind of disappointing you and making you feel like you're alone? Real questions, by the way. A lot of people, they don't really process the impact that people have on them that makes them who they are. People make who you are. Strangers, you know, I can go down the whole list again, but I choose not to. But even strangers have an impact, you know, customer service, you know, how people are on the phone. Hey, have a good day. You know, I mean, you just never know what someone's going through and the impact that you can have on them, just smiling at them. How's your day going? You know, now granted, those are minimal questions, but you just never know. Someone cares. That's good to know, because my relationship just ended, or someone in my family just passed away. So to know that someone cares is a greater impact than someone could imagine. So my challenge to you today would be, go impact someone that you feel like needs to be impacted in the most positive way possible. Check in with your friend. Check in with your spouse or your girlfriend or your boyfriend. How are you actually doing? Where's your mind at right now, right? I know you had a rough day at work today. Tell me about it. You know, I just want to listen. Maybe you're in a space where you want to vent about something and you need someone that's going to be able to be dependable. And you just need someone to hear you out. They don't need to give you their 2 cents. They don't need to give you their advice. They just need to listen. And put yourself in a position where you're actually able to continually have that person in your life that is positively impacting you. And watch how much of an overall impact it might actually make on you. So that's really all I got for you on this video. That's my challenge to y'all. Go impact somebody this week and be positive about it. Because if you don't, you never know what that 5 minutes change can do. That being said though, y'all, follow me on Instagram, King Malone, as y'all see in the top corner. Also, like the video and sub to the channel. Share this video with someone that needs to hear how big of an impact that you've actually made on them, or that they've made on you. Whichever way it goes. That being said though, y'all, I will catch you on the next video. I'm gone.